Alright, that did it.
Nice work, editor.
E equals MC, simple as pie.
I'm standing by the banks of the Mississippi. The first
No, wrong banks.
I'm standing by the banks of the Mississippi in Louisiana, the cradle of the blues.
You're down by the bayou. You're gonna be looking out for the crocodiles while you're down in the bayou. Oh, look out, there's a crocodile coming right before you.
Hey, it's Pinky's cousin.
I want pie.
What kind of pie? Apple pie?
I don't care, as long as it's in pie shape.
But surely you were singing the blues back in the early 30s.
Oh.
I was working on the railroad.
I've been working on the railroad all for 30 years.
And I decided that that's my
Hey Spring, I made you a pie.
Thank you. What kind of pie is it?
Pie flavor.
ever since.
Mind-blowing.
So, where did Ruttle music originate?
Next door.
Next door.
Next door to Rutland Orange Peel.
Yes, sir. I originated the
Originated.
They got it all from me.
Rutling orange peel.
Well, how do you mean?
Well,
Got
sir,
lemon
they
pie
come
and
in
orange peel.
and they
Very
took
zesty.
Everything they ever written. Those 4 guys from Liverpool came here. He's lying. I ain't lying.
I'm sorry, why are we I forgot why we're here.
To hear where the Ruttle sound originated.
Ah.
But I guess this is a red herring.
Last week, he claimed he started the Everly Brothers, Frank Sinatra, and Lawrence Wells.
Don't matter what you look like. Don't matter what you are.
Well, we seem to be rather wasting our time here in...
This was a waste of time.
Despite the expense. Still, pretty, isn't it? Nasty had written and published a best-selling book, Out of Me Head. Only one
Out of
media
Me Head.
remained uncommented.
Classy grammar right there.
In 1965, a hard day's rut changed all that.
Crazy eyes at that one shot.
I swoon over the harmonies.
And now a list of all the emotions.
I wonder if this song actually released a Ruttles album.
I think there is. If you look on YouTube, there's a few Ruttles albums that you can find.
A bit too close to the camera there, mate. Jeez, it's the cops, run! Wait, what?
Looks like they're having a stare down. Ha.
The world's longest fire escape.
And now, we're gonna run across this field.
Reenacting Scooby-Doo.
You know, if you don't focus on their faces too often, it just looks like a load of Slendermen just taking the picture.
Kind of.
It does.
Is this a group photo or a selfie?
Why is the coloring changing between the shots?
Almost be in love.
Roger McGough is a Liverpool poet. He's the author of many books set in and around Liverpool, including Merseysound, Gig, the Liverpool Scene, and 2 of his Liverpool poems are in the Oxford Book of 20th Century English Verse. He was born in Liverpool, attended school in Liverpool, was even married in Liverpool, and his football team is, of course, Everton. He's a member of the Scaffold,
And he's
a
very
live
lovable.
comedy group who played the Cavern during the early 60s. And during those incredible years, he lived, wrote, loved, watched football, and drank in Liverpool. Roger, did you know the Ruttles? Oh, yes. Roger McGough, Liverpool poet, writer, author, humorist, bon vivant, and a man who knew the Ruttles.
Greatest interview ever.
That is all. Thank you. Bye.
Canada, Wales.
What?
Wales.
Those don't look like whales.
That's Turkey.
Well, they got Mounties right.
Their pictures were everywhere. Their names endorsed 1,000 products, from t-shirts to garter belts
Oh my.
to pillowcases.
That's terrible, that is. You get a garter belt and saying you want a rut.
I mean, it kind of works.
I mean, that works, but I don't want to think of these guys while that's happening.
They're going for all the merchandise possibilities.
Acne cream, the Ruddle hair clips, all a complete line of Ruddle products. And
Merchandising,
all I need is just a word
merchandising.
and, we're in business. We're in business. I like the way you work.
Brian Thigh was a top
Thigh.
record executive in London in 1962. Mr. Thigh, you
Don't mind me shaking my head all over the place. I'm either in a pulley system or I've got rickets. We've got the leg, we've got the thigh.
We got Jaws.
All we need now is the breast, and we've got the best chicken.
Any money at all in the 60s. Yes, I did. You turned your back on all those millions of sales, all those hundreds
okay.
of gold records. Yeah, that's right. What's it like to be such an asshole?
People say you've been staying away from Liverpool, now you're famous.
Oh, we haven't been staying away so much as not coming here.
Some people say it's 6 months since you came back here.
Well, that's just the sort of thing some people would say.
Nevertheless, it has been 6 months.
Now you're saying it. Why don't you ask me where I've been?
Where have you been?
I'm not telling you.
That was a very productive conversation.
I grew up in the country, beside a chicken shack. So I left for the city, and I didn't look back. Now I'm living in hope, living in hope, living in hope.
This is relatable.
As opposed to depression.
Everybody's living at home, hopefully.
Oh, they're saying home, not hope.
Their drummer, Barry Wong, the noisy one,
Wait,
returned home to Liverpool
wrong
to marry
church.
his childhood sweetheart. The church was packed with Ruddle fans, all of whom wanted to get a close look at the Ruddles.
What is going on?
Inside the dimly lit,
I
crowded
don't
church,
live in my country, I
Rudd
live in
separated
home.
from his fiancée.
I can't go anywhere, so I'm marrying the wall.
I mean, is it supposed to be same marriage?
A bunch of mix-up.
In the confusion, Barry's bride-to-be, 23-year-old butcher's apprentice Brenda Lyola, was accidentally married to a party of Scotsmen from Hull, inspiring Barry's haunting ballad, When You Find the Girl of Your Dreams in the Arms of Some Scotsmen from Hull.
That must have been a fun
Barry
night.
was heartbroken, but when he looked up and saw who he'd married, he soon cheered.
What is actually going on right now?
Welcome back. And it's from Liverpool that we go immediately to London.
Oh.
Hello, London here. And it's from London that we go to Switzerland. To the Ruddles' second movie, Ouch. Filmed in colour, on location, very expensively, not in London.
Stop hurting yourself.
This song hurts.
When we first met, I must admit, I fell for you right from the start.
In this case, literally.
Also, why are there cardboard trees on a beach?
Because it's supposed to be tropical.
I cracked me head on the side and I had to go to hospital, but I had no health insurance. Ouch.
Well, maybe if you wore sandals, the sand wouldn't hurt you.
Sand is rough and coarse and it gets everywhere.
What is that? Is that a boat car?
Yep, those actually exist.
My feet don't touch the ground.
Amphibious vehicles.
This is the worst beach trip ever.
Yeah.
I fell for you right from the start. Now when we meet,
What actually is this?
No! My cabbages!
Apples!
I fell for you, cause I fell off a bridge.
Shea
And now for
Stadium.
someplace completely different.
After the Cuban guerrilla leader, Shea Stadium. And it
Che
was here,
Guevara.
in 1965, that the Ruttles came, well, not here in the car park, obviously, but
Obviously. No.
there in the stadium, that the Ruttles came in 1965 to a capacity house, a sellout.
But the thing I remember about it is them running out.
Kind of looks like the prince from Beauty and the Beast.
I didn't know Belle was married to Mick Jagger.
Fun fact.
The Russells. It might be somebody else.
Oh god, even the police officer's just like, God, can we hurry this up, please?
If we could just turn down the screaming, then we could actually hear the music.
Could I have some earplugs? It's looking good, except the sun's out, so I can't see a bloody thing.
That kid is so upset she can't see. Like a stalker.
Little do they realise they've been facing the wrong way the entire time.
But the Cars were very happy for the performance.
You're gonna sing and you're gonna like it, even if you can't hear yourselves. It's looking good.
I can't keep up with the lyrics to these songs, they're all brilliant.
It's just a masterpiece.
Yep.
Should write an essay.
Everybody's moving, everybody's grooving.
They played one song and never came back. And can someone please tell them to stop screaming?
Again, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Couldn't hear anything.
How long did they play?
About 20 minutes.
That's a short set.
And that was it. Off. Helicopter. Back to the Warwick Hotel. 2 birds each.
Wow.
What do you mean 2 birds?
They take 2 women each.
Threat to their careers. Nasty, in a widely quoted interview, apparently had claimed that the Ruttles were bigger than God.
Nasty claims.
Nasty. Blasphemy.
At times like these when enemies can number more than friends.
The story spread like wildfire in America.
And the album's burned in a bonfire.
We burnt for him, so how are they going to do likewise?
Right beside the book burning.
People were buying them just to burn.
They still make the money though.
But in fact, it was all a ghastly mistake. Nasty, talking to a slightly deaf journalist, had claimed only that the Ruttles were bigger than Rod. Rod Stewart would not be big for another 8 years.
That's all I said, you know. Now all this has to happen.
What do you think it proves?
I think it proves you're all daft. I suppose I'll get into trouble for saying that now.
Nasty apologized to God, Rod, and the press, and the tour went ahead as
Ding.
planned. But it would be the Ruttles'
Well,
last.
we'll be playing all the places where we're supposed to play, and we hope we can, you know, bring a bit of, you know, je ne sais quoi to America again.
I like we can bring me mum with me next time.
In the idyllic San Francisco of the mid-60s, and he introduced them to a strange substance that was to have an enormous effect on them. Tea.
Yes, tea.
Tea had been banished for many years.
If you combine it with acid, is it LST?
To stronger things. The Ruttles
Yes.
enjoyed the pleasant effects of tea, and it influenced enormously their greatest work, Sergeant Rutter.
Darts Club Band?
Jesus.
Of course, the main thing that comes to my mind with the Sergeant Rutter album is
Why?
getting stoned and listening to it with earphones, you know. Particularly the chord that lasted forever, you know.
The chord that lasts forever. You have to keep the headphones on.
Contributed greatly to an idyllic summer of bells, flowers, and tea drinking. Its music led thousands to experiment with tea.
Sometimes I had 1 cup, sometimes 2.
Some even dared to dip little biscuits inside of them.
Even the found out and offered Dirk the chance to deny it. It's not up to me. If you come to me and ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth. Because it is the truth. I have had tea. Lots of tea.
I love Earl Grey.
That's my nickname, Earl Grey.
And biscuits.
And biscuits.
David's my cellar.
The press grabbed hold of the wrong end of the stick and started to beat about the bush with it.
Wild tea parties.
Puts a new perspective on the Mad Hatter's tea parties.
Yes, I have taken tea too.
For using and possessing tea. Nasty himself was busted by Detective Inspector Brian Plant, who brought his own to be on the safe side. There was an immediate outcry against this police persecution, and the London Times carried a full-page petition calling for the legalization of tea.
Okay, what is that banging noise?
I don't know.
I'll go check. Now, where did I put that glow stick? The upper fluff, the lower fluff. Dang it, I thought this would be brighter. It's fine. You're just in a spooky, clearly not haunted theater that employs ghosts. Okay, where is that banging coming from?
What is that? Solid plastic? Again. Go. Ah! Zach, this isn't working! One more time. Charge as hard as you can this time. Ready? Now.
We did it! It actually worked!
No time to celebrate just yet.
No, Mommy, I want to be a space llama and grow turnips on the moon.